From lush jungles to arid deserts, the natural world showcases survival. Yet human history has seen the rise of dictators casting dark shadows. These individuals, driven by power, have left marks of suffering. Join us as we explore 5 dictators whose actions led to immense loss. Prepare for stories of cruelty and despair, reminding us of peace's fragility. Our journey begins with Mao Zedong, a leader who sought to reshape China in his vision. Rising to power in 1949, Mao promised prosperity and a new era for the Chinese people. The Great Leap Forward aimed to transform China into a socialist utopia, but instead led to one of the deadliest famines in history. Mao's ambitious policies caused widespread starvation and severe persecution, affecting millions. Forced collectivization and unrealistic grain quotas created immense human suffering and economic turmoil. The Cultural Revolution followed, a decade-long campaign to purge perceived threats to Mao's ideology. Young people, driven by Mao's cult of personality, zealously enforced his will, often with brutal consequences. China plunged into chaos, leaving countless lives shattered and the nation deeply scarred. Mao's legacy is a complex mix of revolutionary zeal and catastrophic miscalculation, a cautionary tale for future generations. We travel to the Soviet Union, where Joseph Stalin's thirst for power cast a long shadow. Stalin transformed the Soviet Union into a totalitarian state, eliminating opposition. The Great Purge instilled fear with show trials and executions. Stalin's policies led to the Holodomor, a man-made famine in Ukraine. Millions perished as grain seizures turned farmlands into killing fields. Stalin's rule is a chilling reminder of unchecked power's horrors. Our exploration takes us to Europe, where Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime plunged the world into World War II. This dark period in history saw the rise of a totalitarian state that sought to dominate the continent and beyond. Hitler's ideology of racial hatred led to unprecedented violence and genocide. His twisted vision of a pure Aryan race resulted in the systematic persecution and extermination of millions. The Holocaust resulted in the murder of 6 million Jews and millions of others, including Romani people, disabled individuals, political dissidents, and more. The scale of this atrocity is almost unimaginable. The horrors of the Holocaust remain a testament to human depravity. Survivors' stories and memorials around the world serve as a stark reminder of the depths of cruelty humans can reach. Hitler's ambition for Lebensraum, or living space, ignited World War II, claiming millions of lives. His aggressive, expansionist policies led to widespread devastation. The world became a battleground, scarred by violence and destruction. Cities were reduced to rubble, and countless lives were forever changed by the conflict. Hitler's reign extended far beyond the Holocaust, engulfing the globe in conflict. His influence reshaped the world order, leaving a legacy of pain and lessons that continue to resonate today. We now turn to Africa, a continent rich in culture and resources, yet scarred by the horrors of colonial exploitation. Where King Leopold II of Belgium's reign in the Congo Free State stands as a chilling example of colonial brutality. His rule was marked by extreme violence and exploitation. Leopold II's insatiable greed for ivory and rubber turned the Congo into a vast forced labor camp, where the local population was subjected to inhumane conditions. Congolese people faced unimaginable cruelty, harvesting resources under a regime of terror and oppression. They were forced to meet impossible quotas, often at the cost of their lives. Mutilation and severed hands became horrifying symbols of Leopold's brutal rule as punishment for those who failed to meet the demands. The Congo River, once a lifeline for the people, became a grave for countless victims, their lives cut short by the relentless exploitation. Historians estimate that millions perished under Leopold II's rule, a dark and tragic chapter in the history of colonialism that continues to haunt the collective memory of the Congo. Our final destination is North Korea, where Kim Il-sung's dictatorship emerged post-World War II. Kim Il-sung established a totalitarian regime, suppressing dissent and controlling every aspect of life. The Korean War, ignited by Kim's ambition, resulted in millions of casualties. The war left a legacy of division and mistrust. Kim's legacy of repression continues under his successors. North Korea remains a closed society, its people under constant surveillance. As we conclude, we reflect on the profound sadness and loss inflicted by dictators. Their actions remind us of peace's fragility and humanity's potential for darkness. Yet, amidst the ruins, we find hope in human resilience and the courage to resist tyranny. It is our duty to remember the victims and learn from the past. We must remain vigilant in defending human rights and dignity. Let us strive for a world where peace, justice, and compassion prevail.